Hi everyone. Thought it was time I give you a honest opinion of my trip to Niagara Falls. Seeing as it seems like everybody that I know thinks it's the most amazing place on the planet, and I was totally prepared for it to be the best trip ever. So I have to say that it was a little bit of a disappointment when a lot of things that were there weren't quite what we were expecting. So some friends of ours offered to pay and helped pay, because we're not exactly the richest people on the planet, help us pay for our accommodation because they wanted to stay in one of the best hotels there. And so we decided that we would pay what we would have normally paid, and then they just add their bit on top. So it turns out we didn't know what hotel that they'd booked us in until the day, so we get there and it turned out to be the Hilton. So I'm like totally in awe at the fact that I'm going to be staying at the Hilton Hotel at Niagara Falls. And on the drive up there, I'm so excited. I just could not believe my luck. And so we get to the hotel and it is packed. I've never seen so many people. I've lived in a lot of places and I've been to a lot of places. I've never seen so many people. Doesn't normally faze me, but I have to admit I was shocked, because here we are staying in one of the top hotels in Niagara Falls, and it's like as if everybody can afford to stay at the Hilton Hotel, obviously. So we get there, I go to get our ticket or our keys for the room, and they refuse entry because I didn't actually book the room. So they said, well, you can get a room if you give me your credit card. Well, I'm still foreign to Canada, so I only have just got a credit card. So I gave them my credit card thinking that they would just need it for a verification or whatever of who I am, and if I wreck the place, that's fair enough. Oh no, they then decided to charge my credit card with the total amount that was due for the room for the whole 3 nights that we were staying, which was more than my credit card has on it. So that meant that I'm overcharging my brand new credit card when I'm trying desperately to make a decent credit rating for a new country. So, and then I said, well, you have to cancel it. You have to cancel it. We'll wait for our friends to come. And they couldn't cancel it. So I have this, like, I turn up at a strange city, and I end up having no money then for the whole weekend because I asked them to cancel it. They canceled it, but it takes 3 working days to cancel it. So I can't use that credit card for the whole 3 days that we're there. So we've been in Niagara Falls for less than an hour. I have no money, and we're sitting in the busiest hotel reception area I've ever been in, and we're stuck there until our friends come. So finally our friends come, everything gets sorted, we get into our rooms. The room's nice, but so you're staying at Hilton. No Wi-Fi in the rooms. No Wi-Fi in the rooms. In the top hotel. Oh, well, you can get Wi-Fi if you pay extra. I've stayed in crappy, seedy hotels and got Wi-Fi. So then, I think, well, a long day, long drive, just want to get in the tub and soak. Get in this tub. And they're supposed to be like these jacuzzi types tubs. And the jacuzzi jet things don't work. So I'm sat in this huge tub with no... So anyway, I'm like, okay, fair enough. There's no towel rails in the bathrooms. And then I'm thinking, well, that's okay. Spent the first night, didn't get any sleep because we're opposite the casino, which stays open till like 3 in the morning. So it's like, okay, that's fine. But Really, Niagara Falls? Like, where are your workmen to clear the streets? The streets are littered from the night before. There's drunks and everything like that. I couldn't believe it. It was just like, oh, I've never seen anything like it. Like, a town that charges twice as much money as anywhere else in Canada, and the streets are dirty. There's people everywhere. People are being like rude, and you can't get anywhere. And I was just, it's totally, couldn't believe it. Anyway, so I think, all right, I'll go for a swim in the pool. I got to swim in the pool once and that was because I got up at 8 a.m. to go in the pool before anybody else got in there. And even then, it was nearly full. By the time we left at 9, there was people queuing outside the swimming pool to go swimming. In the hotel swimming pool. I'm like, oh, and these rooms are like $250 a night. $250 a night. For $250 a night, I expect Wi-Fi. I expect to be able to use the swimming pool, and I expect to be able to use the bathtub and the jacuzzi in the bathtub. So, Hilton, Niagara Falls, you have a big thumbs down. You've got to be the worst hotel I've ever stayed in my life. And I've stayed in a lot of hotels. And I've stayed in $100 hotels and got twice as good service and breakfast. Didn't even get breakfast. No breakfast included or anything. So, all the bad stuff. That's all the bad stuff for Niagara Falls. Now, let's go for some good stuff. Okay. Greg Fruin. I will double check that. Hang on a sec. I'm going to pause you and find out exactly who it was. Okay, so Greg Fruin show. One of the best shows I've ever seen. I know it was kind of cheesy because it was a magic show and it was Vegas style and everything like that, which as English people find cheesy, but the magic was amazing. I've never seen anything like. My 4-year-old sat through the whole thing. He didn't say a word all the way through. He was just, except for and wow and all that. That was the best show, and he has these 2 dancers, and they were very, very professional dancers. Excellent act, excellent show. And the only reason we could afford to go to that was because I got some Groupon coupons. Amazing deal. I had the best deal. I paid $20-something for each person, and we had tickets for that show. We got tickets to go into a haunted house thing and an arcade area. We got tickets to go into another arcade area. We got to play crazy golf. We got to do like a ton of stuff with these $20 tickets. So if you're going to Niagara Falls, I suggest you go and take a look and see if you can get some decent deals on the Groupon website, because I must admit it was amazing. And we were told that we wouldn't be allowed to go to the show because I nearly didn't buy the tickets because we were told we wouldn't be allowed to go on the show. And I just took a chance because I still thought it was a good deal without the show. And when we went to pick up the tickets, she said, "Do you want to see the show?" And I went, "Yes." And I'm so happy we went. Also, a big thumbs up. The actual falls themselves was incredible. I must admit, it's absolutely amazing to see those falls. It was hard to get up close because it was so busy. It was incredibly busy, but the falls themselves are truly amazing. I feel it's very, very sad that it's so commercialized there. I feel it's quite sad that that it has got that way. It's very, very expensive there. If you want to go to Niagara Falls, you better take your wallet, and you better take a very thick wallet, because it is overly priced. Everything's overly priced, and as much as it's beautiful and amazing and it's incredible, and I'm so glad that we went, I doubt we'll be going again. There's much nicer places in Canada. Canada is the most amazing country, and there's a lot of places that are kind of less well known, but just as beautiful. So with that in mind, I would give it a rating of about a 5. Niagara Falls, sorry. I know everybody loves it there, but way overpriced, quite rude people. The hotel was terrible, and I might give the whole thing, I don't know, I might have given it a little bit higher rating. Oh, totally nearly forgot, sorry. We did go and see Ripley's, believe it or not, because I wanted to go there. It's my dad's favorite kind of thing. He's dead now. He's been dead a long time, and he's always been fascinated with the Ripley's, believe it or not, and him and I used to have lots of chats about the Ripley's stuff. So I have to go in. If I ever go anywhere near a Ripley's place, I have to go in, and I have to say it was pretty impressive. The Ripley's, believe it or not, if you get to Niagara Falls, go to that, because it was well worth every penny to go into that place. So I think that's about all I can say. If it wasn't for Ripley's, believe it or not, the actual Niagara Falls themselves and the Greg Fruin show, I think the whole weekend would have been a total washout. And it's a shame, because it could have been totally fixed, but unfortunately the hotel was spoiled the weekend, and Hilton, you're terrible. So thank you for listening, and I will be doing another rating, because I've been to a few places, so I want to rate them. And so thank you again for listening, and bye for now.